Hello Oracles, how's it going? So we've got our roller coaster ride of a stock market continuing as we have been seeing. Today we were green for most of the day, NASDAQ was doing great, and then the yield started climbing up close to 2%, and the NASDAQ came down and finished down just over 0.5%. And these are the fluctuations we are going to be seeing on and off for the foreseeable future. We've talked about this. For those of you who are in investing long term, this is just a time to dollar cost average or hold and get through this. It will not last forever. It'll most likely be done, we're guessing, 12 to 18 months based upon how long it's going to take for the Fed to get the interest rates back to where they want it to be and unload their balance sheet. So we will see how long that takes. I have a feeling it's going to take that long just until we start to get a real growth coming ahead of us. Until then, we're going to see a lot of ups and downs. But I still see by the end of the year, we will be net positive. How much net positive is yet to be seen, but it's going to be a lot of ups and downs along the way to get there. Now, the next round of uncertainty that we have coming out will be the CPI data coming out on Thursday. We are expecting a high reading again, so this is kind of priced in. If we come in lower, I don't know how much it's going to affect the market depending on how low it does come in. Because I don't think at this point the Fed is going to change their mind and their view about raising rates in March. Rates do need to go back up. They need to come back off of zero. So we are going to see them. So I don't know how much it's going to play into it with the CPI data. But if we do come in higher than expected, that could be ugly news. So I think if we have expected news or below target, we may see, I don't know if we'll see a rally or at least a little bit of green. But if we come in high, watch out. Now, the good news that we have is the economy is growing. The jobs market is growing. Jobs are being taken up. There is still spending going on with GDP. So we do have a good, strong economy, or signs of a strong economy that we see going forward. So now we just need to balance off the inflation and the interest rates to get us back to a point where this growing economy can thrive properly. Now, this market has been so crazy. Looking at my portfolio today, Tesla was up and then down and then up and then down, and then I finished about 1.5% down. But I'm looking at a bunch of my small caps, and these are ones that I'm looking to get rid of. So I'm monitoring them. So once I go profitable, I can sell out and free up some cash. But it's like they all had been swinging together. And now today it's kind of split. Like I have half of them that are going green by 4%, another half that are like down 0.5%. So they're all over the place. Earnings are not factoring into any of these because most of them don't have earnings for a couple of weeks. So it's just a crazy market out there right now. So again, if you're looking to take some profits in things and you want to free up cash, you got to monitor things stock by stock because it's crazy out there. I was looking to get my first sale of Tesla at around $9.50 today. So we got close, didn't get there. I'm not panic rushing to sell it because it's in my IRA portfolio that I'm trying to play with as far as flipping shares on the high and then buying back in at the low. It's very early on. I'm just practicing. It's a very risky thing to do. Something I've heard of other subscribers on here saying that they have done and been successful with. So I'm going to give it a shot myself, and I will let you guys know how I make out with that. So the first one I was trying to sell was my share I bought in at $8.50, looking to get out of it at $9.50, make a $100 profit. There is a gap in Tesla, technically still down to $8.46. So I was looking to sell at $9.50, buy back in at $8.46. Again, risky play, but it's just something I'm trying out. And now with my other stocks, I'm really looking to shrink my portfolio. And something I've been talking about for the last month or so is, when we're in phases of the stock market where we're really starting to shrink things down, I like to shrink my portfolio at the same time. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to look at the high conviction stocks, the really good ones that I know are going to come out of some, let's say, market turbulence the strongest. And I want to consolidate my money into those at the time being. Obviously, we missed a chance of selling out of a bunch of these 3-4 months ago. So I'm just looking to take any opportunities I can to grab a quick profit on some, clean them out, put my money into more solid stocks that I like. And so I'm looking to thin out about 30% of my portfolio at this time. And freeing up this cash will allow me to consolidate my money into My longer term plays like the Apple, Tesla, Google, and QILD as a dividend play I'm looking to stick more money into as well and have more cash on hand for any further dips that we see over the course of the year. So we're looking at the charts, and looking at the charts, we're looking at potential long-term dead cat bounces. And when we're talking about a dead cat bounce, what that is when you're looking at the chart, it's where you're coming down and then it bounces up and then comes down and then bounces up and then comes down again. So that's called a dead cat bounce. So you see stocks are falling and then you get into a rally and you think, ooh, this is the rally that we're talking about. And then the rug gets pulled out from underneath you. So sometimes, it may be a bull trap that it looks like, it's where we're finally thinking that the stock market's turning around. Then the bears run the price up just to yank it out from underneath you again. That is trapping the bulls. And that's a dead cat bounce coming down. We have also talked about a megaphone style pattern, which means that we're going to have lower lows and higher highs, which allows for larger swings. And we have seen some crazy swings, Facebook 25%, Snapchat 50%. It's nuts out there in the market right now, and this is the kind of volatility that we're living in, which is why as a trader, this is really hard. You can either win big or lose big. For those of us who are long-term investors, it's a dream to just dollar cost average through this, and we'll come out on the other side, and the market will in turn rotate up, and all these investments that we made during this time of volatility will grow and we will be rewarded for it. Another area that we don't talk about much on here, but I am invested in, is crypto. I do have Bitcoin, I've got Ethereum, Dogecoin, and I've got a little bit of Shiba Inu here and there, some Cardano, and a few other little stocks that are kind of like almost like my lottery ticket plays per se. So I do have a bunch of those, and I've noticed that a bunch of these have been climbing quite nicely consistently over the last week. Over the last 3 weeks or so, crypto had been a leading indicator for where the market was going to go. That did not hold true for the course of today. It kind of was leading up with the NASDAQ, and then the NASDAQ came down, but crypto continued to go up. So not sure where crypto is headed at the moment. We have seen some dead cat bounces going on with crypto over the last couple of months. So whether this is going to be a continued rally or if this is just going to be another head fake and then we sell off more is yet to be seen. I do think crypto is going to do quite well in the long term, but we're going to need to get through this market volatility just like we need to for the stocks in order for crypto to grow properly. Let me know if any of you are invested in crypto and which ones you are invested in and what you think about it going long term. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. Otherwise, thank you so much. Have a great one.